Hello, folks. I'm here casting another 2v2 again, this one being a King of the Hill. And it's going to be pretty good, I imagine. The levels for both teams' captains seem to be not necessarily completely 100% balanced, as it were, but they don't seem to be low level, and they seem to be knowing what they are doing just from the lobby. So, let's take a look at what we have. You might have seen a couple of these ships in my other videos, but that's alright. It's a small community, but, I mean, we all love the game. So, we have on the blue team, Bubbles the Spire, the Pyramidian Zeta, the Spire Free Content, and the Magnate Sponge X Sanctus. All teams are moving in to contest the point for the first time, and the Zeta and the Free Content are moving in first, with the Sponge X staying back using their long-range potential, as well as the Bubbles. Both teams having a forward ship and a rear ship. Alright, Zeta taking heavy fire, losing all their hull and about 30% of their main health. The Free Content is in a similar position with 50% of their health done. The Bubbles moving in using their short-range Gatling guns at the Free Content, stripping up the Red Spire of their armor. Zeta dropped down, healed up, and now are still taking fire. And that's going to be it for the Zeta, I imagine. Unless they don't hold on. Now the blue team did in fact steal the point, which is important. With the red team only getting 13 points for one kill, but if I'm correct, the Bubbles should be taking heavy fire from the Merc gun and various guns of the red team, having to either back out or die, or both, as the red team moves in to take the point. Yep, there it goes. And they almost got the same amount of points from as the blue team did with capturing the hill. So the red team will repair up with the Sanctus having no damage whatsoever. The Free Content having half its health done from the enemy team. You can see that it's a little bit battered and bruised graphically. These things happen to tell the enemy that, yes, they are in fact at a lower amount of health than full. So the blue team is spawning in at different angles, sort of going to do a 2-point maneuver, I would imagine, unless they meet up in the middle, and then move in to take the point together, which is a smart idea. Let's take a look at Bubbles for a second, see what they're rocking. They are rocking the Typhon Heavy Flat Cannon Mark II, which the other guys are rocking the... Nope, they switched it out. I thought they also had a variant of the flat cannon, but they switched it out for a Minotaur heavy cannon. And here we go, the Zeta coming in quickly, as the Pyramidians do, running at the Free Content, stripping it of armor, and then crashing into it, bumping it, taking down its balloon instead of its actual health. Oh no! And now the Zeta's receiving fire from both teams. They should have waited for the Bubbles, and now, much to their chagrin, seem to be in dire straits, leaving their ally to fight for the point themselves. The Magnate already turning to intercept the Bubbles as they come in. Now the Bubbles hitting the side of the rock as they try to back up, but it looks as if some heavy kill shots are coming in for the Bubbles to relieve it of its life. Couple more shots, and boom goes the dynamite. They fail to take the point, and red will continue to rack up lots of points. I believe that the win number is 450, if I'm correct. So they're not quite halfway there, but they certainly are gaining every second. The only really advance that the blue team got that time was getting Free Content to about 10% health, which should be a fairly easy kill, all things considering, especially the Spire. So the Zeta rushing in without Bubbles again. This seems to be a common pattern with this ship, firing at the Magnate from the rear, thinking they were coming from the same direction, but that is not the case. Magnate turning to face the Zeta, but doesn't seem as if the Magnate has quite enough short-range guns, no watches to speak of, and they will be stripped of almost all their hull. There we go. Main health is active, and they are getting some heavy damage onto the Sanctus. And it looks as if it will be taken out. Yes, the Zeta remains at full health, and the free content is being looked at next. Pushing the Zeta away with their Minotaur cannon. Ooh, getting some actually good shots onto that, but the bubbles will come in and give the free content a run for its money, protecting its ally from almost any further damage. Yep, free content goes down, and blue will be able to take the point for the first time in a while. Zeta at about 80% of its actual health, and bubbles will be fully repaired by the time that red gets to it. Red choosing to spawn into the south, where the blue team spawned in originally after their first scuffle. And we'll see if their ally will respond in kind. Yes, they will be coming in from the same point as well. Let's take a look at the bubbles real quick. It is rocking the Flak cannon, 2 whirlwinds, and a banshee. So all in all, they want to stay at a medium to short range. Getting some weird graphical errors with that Flak cannon. Interesting. Oh, we have the Magnate running around the mountain as well as the free content. The Magnate being a little bit faster. Probably has something to do with all those sails, who knows. But they might stay at range and try to get some damage off before the enemy can turn around. Now, the Zeta, thinking they were coming from the position that they did originally, will be finding out that they, in fact, are not coming through that way, and we'll have to wrap it around. Free content getting stuck on, oh no, this tall boy. That's not good, especially since the Zeta is closing on their rear. There's no way they're going to be able to escape. They'll just have to turn around. But the Bubbles is taking some heavy fire from the Magnate far away. Zeta coming in, bumping into some of those pipes themselves, stripping the armor of the free content. Let's see if they can get any of the grenades on it or not. The Scylla mortar, as it were. Doing some maneuvering over here on this side to see if they can escape, slash, get in a better position to fire. And yes, I missed it, but the Magnate actually did kill Bubbles and should be able to take the point, stopping the stream of blue points from accumulating and starting to take their own. Zeta firing at the free content. Oh man, it's a close battle. With the Zeta running into it with no hull, they take their own damage, as well as doing some slight damage to the free content. But they ran into the balloon. They didn't want their balloon to pop. They wanted their actual health to go down, and that was just a little bit of an altitude difference, but it made, well, all the change in the world. But that is all right. And red is sitting pretty with some damage on the free content, which seems to just be the norm for Aspire at this point. But they do indeed live. They do indeed heal up, including that balloon. And they have the point. Zeta flying in, spawning from the northeast, and the Bubbles spawning in the southeast, being a little bit farther away. Zeta are just rushing in. That seems to be their strategy, which I wouldn't expect from level 45, I think with multiple prestige. But I don't know. Maybe he's rusty. Maybe he's impatient. All pilots have sort of a same, or their own, views on how this game should be conducted, whether they're right or wrong. And the Zeta will, in fact, fall due to his persistence with wanting to go in. And additionally, he didn't even go for the right people. He should know that the Spires generally have less health, and he should see that the Spire, in fact, does have less health than the Magnate. But he just chose to go for someone different. Who knows? The red team about 60 points away from winning the game, firing at the Bubbles from a long distance, with the free content closing that gap. Bubbles running away, putting some tar out to delay the free content. They're coming around the mountain. The Zeta will intercept the free content, and I believe that draw out will be a kill unless... Yes, they are turning to fight. I thought he might be going for the point, which would be an interesting strategy. Once again, ramming the balloon, and it's just not working out for the Zeta very much. The Sponge X has taken the hull down of the Zeta and are getting some very juicy shots from a distance. I'm just really impressed with that Magnate, honestly, guys. I didn't expect it to do well, but the Zeta does take him down, but I don't believe, even if the Sanctus wasn't there, that the blue team will be able to take the point before the time ticks out. Unless, of course, I'm wrong at that number. Nope, it won't even matter, because they didn't end it with just ticking up the points from the hill. They ended it with a kill, which is really punctual and saying, we won, folks. That's us. And the red team will take it out. All in all, pretty good fight. The Zeta should have waited for its ally and coordinated a little bit better, but hey, you can't win them all, and, you know, every strategy has its own merit, even if it doesn't end up out winning you the game. But yeah, that's it for this video, so thank you all for watching, and remember, I'll see you in the skies.